The Star Wars films may be seeing a major change going forward thanks to what happened with Solo. So Solo actually...
I have a lot of feelings.
Okay, tell me your opinions on Solo before we get into some other stuff.
I have Star Wars burnout.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. The market is very oversaturated right now with Star Wars. I mean, when we have this new Star Wars film, whatever Star Wars film it is, every single year, that means a new flood of merchandise coming into the market every single year. It almost, in a sense, kind of loses its specialness or like, you know, sense of urgency.
It's overly commercial.
It's overly commercial.
I can see that.
So, you know, it's on like bags of vegetables in the freezer section. Like, we've just gotten to a point where it's just
yeah, I've seen that.
It's too much.
I bought some Chewbacca Campbell's soup before.
You know what? I've been suckered into it too, not gonna lie. But on the other hand, it feels like a lot and too much. And it's almost like a little bit of the magic of Star Wars is kind of faded, I think, for a lot of people.
Do you think it's because of the new movies in general or the sidestepped movies that we've done away from, you know, episode 4, 5, 6, the ones that would be considered the best ones of the series?
I think it doesn't matter what film it is. It's too much in too short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one a year is a lot.
One a year is far too many.
I think one a year for the rest of my life might be what they're doing. I don't know how long I'll live. I assume a while. But it is a lot. And I mean, when we're looking at Solo was the second spin-off movie away from the main episode canon.
Correct. And
so,
I loved Rogue One, to put it out there. I loved Rogue One.
I did too. I rate it higher than The Last Jedi in my mind.
I don't like The Last Jedi. So
I
might be in the minority there, but I am not a big fan.
All right, so for comparison's sake, Rogue One, when it came out in theaters, it opened to a $155 million opening weekend and grossed $424 million domestically by 4 weeks. Using that same scale, we see Solo came in with $84.4 million, which is almost half on its first weekend, and $192.8 million domestically in 4 weeks.
Not great.
Which is less than half of what Rogue One scored. It's still, by blockbuster standards, very good, very successful, but it's probably a disappointment, to say the least.
And which is why we're even having this conversation and why spinoffs are on hold, if you will.
I mean, this is according to a report from a quote, reputable source to Collider. So what they said on this is that Lucasfilm is putting plans for more Star Wars story spinoffs on hold and opting to focus their attention on Star Wars Episode 9 and the next trilogy that will be coming after that. So no more, it looks like, at least for now, we won't be seeing the Obi-Wan movie that has been questionably in development for a while. It seems like the people who were connected to that are now off. Previously, and we talked about this on Nerd Alert, James Mangold, the director of Logan, he was slated to be working on a Boba Fett film, but that was before Solo came out. I don't know where we are at this point, if it's on hold, if it'll go to development hell, if it'll just kind of nebulously float in the fandom's mind as something we lost, like Star Wars 1313, which I'm still mad about. It's a video game.
Overall, I think it's very difficult to tell the Han Solo story or to tell the Luke story or the Leia story. I mean, we've told that story. Okay, so say the Darth Vader story, which we tried to tell. It didn't work. I think because we have these preconceived notions of kind of like Han Solo already, and it's Harrison Ford, and it's such this iconic actor, I think it's very hard to fill those shoes.
It's hard to untie him from Harrison Ford. And we have Alden Ehrenreich, who is, you know, he does a good job, but is he Harrison Ford level? I'm gonna say no. He's not there. And I think a lot of people were worried about the production, how we had Lord and Miller taken off and Ron Howard come on and do some reshoots. I mean, we had reshoots for Rogue One too, which was
release moved.
They should have released this at the end of the year, like they have been with all of the Star Wars movies so far, at least in the reboots, because it is going up against Avengers, it is going up against Deadpool. I mean, you kind of set yourselves up for this because it is, you know, Disney does control when the Avengers gets released.
Yeah, good point.
So I think they attempted to do this. I don't think it was super successful. Maybe we'll see a change in Star Wars going forward. Did you like that video? Then you've earned the right to hit the subscribe button. you also have that right if you felt so about it. You can do anything. I believe in you.